Our planet Earth is a living masterpiece, a grand symphony conducted by the ancient forces of earth, water, fire, and wind. For millennia, these elements have sculpted landscapes of such breathtaking beauty and scale that they really, just defy imagination. From the deepest valleys carved by patient rivers to the highest peaks thrust towards the heavens by the planet's inner fire, a world of wonder awaits. These are not merely places on a map, they are living testaments to the power and artistry of nature, colossal monuments that have stood silent witness to the dawn of life and the rise of humanity. They hold stories of time itself, etched into every rock face and whispered on every breeze. I invite you now to join me on an extraordinary journey, a pilgrimage to some of the most spectacular places on Earth. We will venture to the far corners of the globe, from sun-scorched depressions below sea level to mist-shrouded monoliths that pierce the clouds. Together, we will explore realms that seem to belong to another world, places that challenge our perception of what is possible. This is more than a simple tour. It is an exploration of the very soul of our planet, a quest to understand the forces that have shaped our home and, in turn, shaped us. For within each of us lies an innate spirit of discovery, a deep-seated curiosity that has driven us to climb the highest mountains and cross the widest oceans. The wonders we are about to witness are the ultimate catalysts for this spirit. They awaken a profound sense of awe, connecting us to the vast, intricate tapestry of the natural world. They remind us of our place within this grand design and inspire us to look upon our world with fresh eyes and a renewed sense of wonder. Let our journey begin. Our journey begins in the heart of China, in a place that seems to have been gently lifted from the pages of an ancient scroll. This is Huangxian Valley, a sanctuary of profound peace and ethereal beauty. Here, traditional houses cling precariously to the cliff faces, suspended between heaven and earth. Waterfalls like silken threads cascade down sheer rock walls, their gentle murmur a constant soothing presence. Mist drifts through the valley, softening the edges of the world and creating an atmosphere of dream-like tranquility, as if time itself has slowed its relentless march. This is a landscape steeped in the wisdom of Taoism, an ancient philosophy that seeks harmony between humanity and the natural world. For centuries, scholars and sages have retreated to these mountains, seeking enlightenment and a deeper connection to the Tao, the fundamental principle that flows through all things. The valley's very design, its winding paths, its carefully placed pavilions, its seamless integration with the surrounding nature, is a physical manifestation of these ancient beliefs. It is a place designed not to conquer nature, but to coexist with it in perfect balance. To walk through Huangxian Valley is to embark on a spiritual journey. Every stone bridge, every gnarled pine tree, every viewpoint that opens up to a vista of staggering beauty, invites quiet contemplation. Visitors often speak of a profound sense of calm that settles upon them here, a shedding of the stresses of the modern world. The air itself seems filled with a serene energy, encouraging one to look inward and reconnect with a more fundamental, peaceful part of oneself. It is a powerful reminder of the deep solace that can be found in simplicity and nature. The valley serves as a living museum, a testament to the enduring value of tradition and a slower, more mindful way of life. The architecture, the local customs, the very atmosphere, all speak of a heritage that has been lovingly preserved against the tide of modernity. It teaches us that progress need not mean the abandonment of the past, but can instead involve the graceful integration of ancient wisdom into our contemporary lives. The spirit of the valley is one of respect for the old ways and the timeless beauty they create. Ultimately, Huangxian Valley is more than just a beautiful location, it is a prescription for the soul. In an age of constant noise and distraction, it offers a rare and precious gift, the opportunity for silence, for reflection, and for the rediscovery of inner peace. It stands as a powerful testament to the idea that some of the greatest treasures are not material possessions, but the tranquility and harmony that come from living in tune with the rhythms of the natural world. We travel now to the soaring peaks and verdant valleys of the Swiss Alps, a landscape of raw, untamed grandeur. Here, human ingenuity has dared to meet the challenge of the mountains, and the result is a structure of breathtaking elegance and audacity, the Landwasser Viaduct. A single-track railway bridge of 6 colossal limestone arches, it curves with impossible grace out of a sheer cliff face, spanning the turbulent Landwasser River far below before disappearing into the darkness of the Landwasser Tunnel. It is a triumph of engineering, a crimson ribbon flung across a chasm. Completed in 1902, the viaduct was a marvel of its time, constructed without the aid of modern cranes or heavy machinery. Workers, suspended by ropes, painstakingly laid each stone, battling the harsh alpine weather and the dizzying heights. Its construction speaks of a remarkable blend of courage, precision, and artistic vision. The engineers did not seek to dominate the landscape, but to complement it. The viaduct's elegant curve and towering pillars echo the grandeur of the mountains that surround it, creating a harmonious and unforgettable spectacle. To experience the Landwasser Viaduct is to witness a perfect marriage of nature and human creation. For those who watch from the valley floor, it is a vision of architectural poetry, a man-made structure that possesses the organic beauty of a natural arch. The sight of the bright red Bernina Express train emerging from the tunnel, traversing the high arches and curving into the next mountain is a moment of pure magic. It is a moving painting, a dynamic sculpture set against the static majesty of the Alps. The true wonder, however, may be reserved for those on board the train. As the carriages glide out from the darkness of the tunnel, passengers are suddenly suspended in mid-air. The world opens up beneath them, a dizzying panorama of forest, river, and rock. For a few fleeting moments, one is not merely observing the landscape, but flying through it. It's an experience that combines the thrill of engineering with the profound awe inspired by the wild, untamed beauty of the Swiss wilderness. The Landwasser Viaduct is more than just a bridge, it is a symbol of connection. It connects towns and people, but it also connects humanity with the sublime power of nature. It demonstrates that with respect and ingenuity, we can create structures that not only serve a practical purpose, but also enhance the beauty of our world. It stands as a timeless monument to the human spirit's ability to dream, to dare, and to build wonders that endure in even the most formidable of landscapes. Our journey now takes us deep into the earth, to a hidden world beneath the jungles of central Vietnam. This is Phong Nha, Cây Bang National Park, a place designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its extraordinary geological and biological significance. On the surface, it is a landscape of immense limestone karsts, rugged mountains draped in a cloak of emerald green rainforest. But the true wonder of Phong Nha, Cây Bang, lies concealed in a vast subterranean kingdom of darkness, water, and stone. This is home to some of the largest and most spectacular cave systems on the entire planet. Over millions of years, rainwater made acidic by the jungle soil has seeped into the limestone, patiently dissolving the rock to carve out an intricate labyrinth of underground passages, chambers, and rivers. The scale is almost incomprehensible. Here one can find the world's largest known cave passage, Sun Dung, a cavern so immense that a 40-story skyscraper could fit inside it, a place that contains its own jungle and weather system. Venturing into these caves is like entering another dimension. Sunlight gives way to an eternal twilight, and then to absolute darkness, broken only by the beams of headlamps. These lights reveal geological formations of staggering beauty and complexity. Colossal stalagmites rise from the cave floor like ancient totems, while delicate stalactites hang from the ceiling like a frozen chandelier. Glistening flowstones, calcite crystals, and rare cave pearls create a gallery of natural sculpture, each piece sculpted over eons by the slow, persistent drip of water. Mysterious underground rivers flow through this hidden world, the lifeblood of the cave system. These powerful waterways have been the primary architects of this subterranean realm, carving out the main passages and connecting vast chambers. Navigating these rivers by boat or by swimming through their cool, clear waters is an otherworldly experience. The sound of the water echoing in the immense darkness, the feeling of being deep within the planet's crust, instills a sense of profound humility and awe. Phong Nha, Cây Bang is a frontier of exploration. Many of its caves have only recently been discovered, and it is believed that hundreds of kilometers of passages remain unmapped, holding secrets yet to be revealed. It is a living laboratory for scientists studying geology, hydrology, and biology, with many species of flora and fauna found here and nowhere else on Earth. This subterranean kingdom is a powerful reminder that even in the 21st century our planet still holds vast, unexplored wonders waiting in the darkness to be discovered. At the confluence of three powerful rivers in southern China, a figure of immense scale and profound serenity has been watching over the waters for more than a millennium. This is the Leshan Giant Buddha, the largest and tallest stone Buddha statue in the world. Carved directly into the side of a red sandstone cliff face, This colossus sits with a calm, benevolent expression, its hands resting on its knees. It is a feat of devotion and engineering that almost beggars belief, a mountain transformed into a monument of faith. The story of its creation is as remarkable as the statue itself. Construction began in the 8th century, led by a Chinese monk named Haitong. He hoped that the Buddha's divine presence would calm the turbulent river currents that plagued the shipping boats passing below, causing countless accidents and deaths. For 90 years, generations of workers and sculptors toiled, chiseling away the cliff face. It is said that so much stone was removed and deposited into the river during its construction that it did indeed alter the riverbed, making the waters safer for passage. The sheer scale of the Lashan giant Buddha is difficult to comprehend. It stands over 71 meters, or 233 feet, tall. Its shoulders are nearly 28 meters wide. The smallest toenail is large enough for a person to sit upon, and its head is adorned with 1,021 meticulously carved stone buns that form its coiled hair. To stand at its feet and look up is to feel utterly dwarfed, not by an intimidating force, but by a presence of overwhelming peace and compassion. It is an experience that, honestly, transcends mere sightseeing and touches something deep within the human spirit. Beyond its physical grandeur, the statue incorporates a sophisticated and hidden drainage system, a network of pipes and gutters carved into its body. This ingenious design has helped to protect the Buddha from erosion and weathering for over 1,200 years, channeling rainwater away and keeping the internal structure dry. It is a testament to the advanced knowledge and foresight of its ancient builders, who sought not only to create a work of art, but to ensure its survival for millennia to come. The Lashan giant Buddha is more than a historical artifact or a tourist attraction. It is a living symbol of heritage and belief. It embodies a message of compassion, a reminder of the human capacity for immense faith, dedication, and artistry. As it gazes out over the rivers and the endless flow of time, it stands as a serene protector, a colossal guardian of history, and an enduring beacon of peace that continues to inspire awe and reverence in all who come to witness its silent, majestic vigil. We now descend into one of the most extreme and otherworldly environments on the surface of our planet, the Danakil Depression in Ethiopia. Lying more than 100 meters below sea level, this is one of the lowest and hottest places on Earth, a landscape forged in the violent crucible of tectonic forces. Here, 3 of the Earth's tectonic plates are slowly tearing themselves apart, creating a volatile and alien world of volcanoes, salt flats, and bubbling geothermal springs. It feels less like a place on Earth and more like the surface of a distant, primordial planet. The heat is relentless and oppressive, with temperatures regularly soaring above 50 degrees Celsius, or 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Yet in this seemingly inhospitable furnace, there is a shocking and vibrant display of color. Geothermal springs, superheated and saturated with minerals, bubble up from deep within the Earth's crust. As this water evaporates under the searing sun, it leaves behind fantastical deposits of salt, sulfur, and potash, painting the landscape in lurid shades of yellow, orange, green, and turquoise. It is a toxic, beautiful, and utterly surreal vista. This is a land of fire. Volcanoes, including the famed Erta Ale, which we shall visit later, scar the landscape. Fissures in the Earth's crust ooze molten rock, and the ground itself trembles with the power of the planet's inner turmoil. Vast, blindingly white salt flats stretch to the horizon, the remnants of an ancient sea that evaporated long ago. For centuries, the local Afar people have traversed this brutal environment to mine the salt, hacking out blocks from the earth and transporting them on long camel caravans, a tradition that has remained unchanged for generations. Despite the extreme conditions, the searing heat, the toxic gases, the hypersaline water, life, in its most tenacious form, persists. Scientists are fascinated by the Danakil Depression because it is home to extremophiles, microorganisms that thrive in environments that would be instantly lethal to most other forms of life. The study of these resilient organisms offers clues about how life might have first begun on Earth and, perhaps, how it might exist on other planets in our solar system and beyond. The Danakil Depression is a stark and powerful reminder of the dynamic and often violent nature of our planet. It is a place where one can witness the raw geological forces of creation and destruction at work. It challenges our perceptions of beauty, finding it not in gentle meadows but in a chaotic, alien landscape of chemical wonders and volcanic fire. To visit Danakil is to witness the Earth being born, a raw and unforgettable glimpse into the planetary processes that have shaped our world. Our journey returns to China, to a landscape so fantastical it seems to have been plucked from a dream. This is Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, a world of towering sandstone pillars that rise vertically from the forest floor. There are more than 3,000 of these slender monoliths, some reaching heights of over 200 meters, their peaks often shrouded in mist. It is a geological spectacle unlike any other on Earth, a vertical forest of stone that inspired the floating Hallelujah Mountains in the film Avatar. These pillars were not thrust up from below, but sculpted from above. Over countless millennia, the physical erosion of ice and the relentless growth of plant roots have exploited vertical fractures in a massive sandstone plateau. What remains are these incredible quartz sandstone spires, each one a testament to the slow, patient and artistic power of nature. Clinging to their sheer faces are hardy trees and tenacious shrubs, adding to the otherworldly beauty and creating a unique vertical ecosystem. To explore Zhangjiajie is to be immersed in a three-dimensional world of breathtaking vistas. A network of cable cars, elevators and walkways allows visitors to ascend into this stone forest. The Bailong elevator, the world's tallest outdoor lift, whisks passengers up the side of a massive cliff, revealing ever more spectacular panoramas. But for the truly daring, there is the Zhangjiajie Grand Canyon Glass Bridge, a structure that allows one to walk on a transparent floor, suspended hundreds of meters above the canyon below, offering a heart-pounding and unforgettable perspective. Nearby, Tianmen Mountain offers a different but equally awe-inspiring experience. Known as Heaven's Gate Mountain, its most famous feature is a gigantic natural arch, a hole that passes clean through the mountain. To reach it, one must first ride what is claimed to be the world's longest passenger cable car journey, a 30-minute ascent over lush farmland and dramatic cliffs. The final approach to Heaven's Gate itself is a daunting staircase of 999 steps, a climb that feels like a pilgrimage to the sky. For those who seek yet another thrill, Tianmen Mountain is home to the coiling Dragon Cliff Skywalk, a glass walkway that clings to the sheer vertical face of the mountain, 1,400 meters above the valley floor. To step out onto this transparent path is to feel as if you are walking on air, with nothing but a few centimeters of glass separating you from the abyss. Zhangjiajie and Tianmen Mountain offer a powerful combination of natural wonder and human daring, a place that challenges both our perception of landscape and our tolerance for heights. We travel now to the plains of Thessaly in central Greece, where an extraordinary geological phenomenon rises abruptly from the earth. These are the rock pillars of the sky, a forest of colossal dark sandstone pinnacles. They are known to the world as meteora. Sculpted by wind and water over millions of years, these immense rounded columns stand like silent, ageless sentinels guarding the valley below. Their sheer, almost vertical sides make them seem utterly inaccessible, a realm fit for gods rather than mortals. Yet, perched precariously atop these pillars in defiance of gravity and logic, are some of the most remarkable structures ever built by human hands, the holy monasteries of Meteora. Beginning in the 11th century, hermit monks, seeking solitude and a closer connection to God, began to scale these formidable rocks. By the 14th century, a thriving monastic community had been established, and 24 monasteries were constructed on these isolated summits. They are a breathtaking testament to the power of faith to overcome any obstacle. For centuries, access to these sky-high sanctuaries was deliberately difficult. The monks and their supplies were hauled up in nets and baskets, or by using a series of retractable wooden ladders. This isolation provided protection from political turmoil and invasion, allowing the monks to pursue a life of prayer and contemplation in peace. To be pulled up in a net, dangling over the abyss, was an act of supreme faith, a literal placing of one's life in the hands of God. Today, only 6 of these monasteries remain active, and access has been made easier by steps carved into the rock and bridges connecting adjacent formations. But the sense of wonder remains undiminished. Inside these hallowed walls, one finds a world rich with history and spiritual devotion. Beautifully preserved Byzantine frescoes adorn the chapel walls, ancient manuscripts are stored in quiet libraries, and the air is thick with the scent of incense and the weight of centuries of prayer. To stand on a monastery balcony at Meteora, especially as the sun sets and paints the sky in hues of orange and purple, is an experience that borders on the sublime. The view is simply staggering, a panorama of rock pillars stretching out across the plain, their shadows lengthening below. One feels suspended between heaven and earth, in a place where the boundaries between the physical and the spiritual seem to dissolve. Meteora is a wonder of both geology and human spirit, a sacred landscape that continues to inspire awe and deep reflection. Our journey into the Earth's extremes takes us back to the Danakil Depression, to the summit of one of the world's most unusual and mesmerizing volcanoes, Erta Ale. Its name, in the local Afar language, means smoking mountain, a fitting title for a place that seems to be a direct conduit to the planet's molten heart. Unlike the explosive, cone-shaped volcanoes of popular imagination, Erta Ale is a shield volcano, a broad, gently sloping mountain built up over eons by fluid lava flows. Its true spectacle lies hidden within its summit caldera. Here in the dark of the Ethiopian night is one of the rarest and most captivating geological phenomena on Earth, a persistent lava lake. For over a century, a churning, incandescent pool of molten rock has bubbled and seethed in this crater. The surface of the lake is a constantly shifting crust of cooling black basalt, which cracks and founders, revealing the brilliant orange-red magma beneath. Fountains of lava erupt from the surface, and the air is filled with the hiss of escaping volcanic gases and the deep, guttural rumble of the earth. To stand on the crater rim just meters from this roiling cauldron is a primal and humbling experience. The intense heat radiates upwards, a physical force against the skin. The sight is hypnotic, a window into the raw, creative power that forged our planet. It is often referred to as the gateway to hell, but it is also a place of creation, where new Earth is being born before one's very eyes. The spectacle is a powerful, visceral reminder that the ground beneath our feet is merely a thin, cool crust floating on a sea of fire. The environment surrounding Erta Ale is one of the most brutal imaginable. The landscape is a desolate expanse of sharp, black volcanic rock and dust. The air is acrid with the smell of sulfur, yet this formidable place holds deep cultural and spiritual significance for the Afar people, who have lived in this region for centuries. They navigate this treacherous terrain with an intimate knowledge passed down through generations, their lives inextricably linked to the volcanic rhythms of the land. Visiting Erta Ale is not for the faint of heart. It requires a long, arduous trek across a harsh volcanic desert, often undertaken at night to avoid the punishing daytime heat. But for those who make the journey, the reward is an unforgettable encounter with the raw power of our living planet. It is a chance to witness a process that usually occurs miles beneath our feet, a direct and awe-inspiring connection to the fiery engine that drives the geological life of our world. We now travel to the majestic heart of the Canadian Rockies, to a place that has become a global icon of mountain wilderness, Banff National Park. Established in 1885, it is Canada's oldest national park, a vast protected area of more than 6,600 square kilometers. This is a landscape painted on the grandest of scales, a world of jagged, snow-capped peaks, immense glaciers and valleys carpeted in deep, green, coniferous forest. It is a sanctuary for nature in its most pristine and powerful form. The true jewels of Banff are its incredible alpine lakes. Fed by the meltwater of glaciers, the water is filled with fine rock flour, silt ground to a powder by the immense weight of the ice. This suspended sediment refracts the sunlight, giving the lakes a breathtaking, opaque turquoise and emerald hue that seems to be lit from within. Lakes like Lake Louise, Moraine Lake, and Peyto Lake are so vividly colored they appear unreal, their tranquil surfaces perfectly mirroring the colossal mountains and glaciers that cradle them. This spectacular wilderness is teeming with life. Banff is a critical habitat for some of North America's most iconic wildlife. Grizzly bears and black bears roam the valleys, foraging for berries. Herds of elk and bighorn sheep graze on alpine meadows, their forms often silhouetted against dramatic mountain backdrops. Moose wade in marshy wetlands, and the haunting call of the loon echoes across the still waters of the lakes. To see these animals in their natural, protected environment is a profound and moving experience. The park is a testament to the foresight of those who sought to preserve this natural heritage for future generations. Its creation was born from a desire to protect the hot springs discovered here, but it grew into a much larger vision of conservation. Today it is part of a larger network of parks that form the Canadian Rocky Mountain Park's UNESCO World Heritage Site, one of the largest protected areas in the world. It serves as a vital ecological benchmark and a living laboratory for understanding mountain ecosystems. Whether driving the spectacular Icefields Parkway, hiking to a remote alpine meadow, or simply sitting by the shore of a turquoise lake, Banff National Park offers an overwhelming sense of awe and tranquility. It is a place that reconnects us to the wild, reminding us of the staggering beauty that exists when nature is allowed to flourish, undisturbed. It is a treasure not just for Canada, but for the entire world, a powerful symbol of the enduring majesty of the wilderness. Our journey takes us to a lesser-known, yet equally magical wonder in the foothills of the Canadian Rockies. This is Abraham Lake, an artificial reservoir on the North Saskatchewan River. In summer, it is a beautiful, expansive body of water, but it is in the depths of winter that it reveals its most extraordinary and captivating secret. When the temperatures plummet and the lake freezes over, a strange and beautiful phenomenon is trapped within the crystal-clear ice stacks of frozen white discs like ethereal jellyfish suspended in time. These are not air bubbles but bubbles of highly flammable methane gas. They're actually the product of organic matter, dead plants and animals, sinking to the lake bed. As bacteria decompose this material, they release methane. The gas rises towards the surface in a steady stream of bubbles. In warmer months, they simply pop and dissipate into the atmosphere. But when the lake freezes, the rising bubbles are trapped, freezing at different levels as the ice thickens, creating vertical columns of stacked, frozen orbs. The visual effect is, honestly, mesmerizing. The surface of the lake becomes a gallery of abstract art. The bubbles vary in size and formation, creating intricate patterns and ghostly shapes just beneath one's feet. The ice is often so clear that one can see deep into the dark water below, adding to the dizzying and otherworldly sensation of walking on the lake. The bubbles create a sense of depth and texture, transforming the frozen surface into a three-dimensional wonder, a natural sculpture that changes with every shift of light. This beautiful spectacle, however, carries a more serious message. Methane is a potent greenhouse gas, far more effective at trapping heat in the atmosphere than carbon dioxide. The frozen bubbles of Abraham Lake are a visually stunning representation of a natural process, but they also serve as a powerful symbol in our changing world. As global temperatures rise, vast quantities of methane trapped in permafrost and beneath Arctic lakes are at risk of being released, which could significantly accelerate climate change. Abraham Lake has become a destination for photographers and nature lovers who come to witness this unique winter spectacle. It is a place where science and art converge, where a simple biological process creates an aesthetic of profound and unusual beauty. It reminds us that wonder can be found not only in the colossal and the grand, but also in the small, the transient, and the unexpected. These frozen bubbles are a fleeting winter jewel, a poignant and beautiful reminder of the complex and delicate processes that govern our planet. We venture now deep into the remote, cloud-wreathed highlands of Venezuela to a landscape so ancient and isolated, it is often called a lost world. This is the realm of the Tepuis, colossal, flat-topped mountains with sheer vertical cliffs that rise thousands of feet from the jungle floor. From the summit of one of the largest of these tepuis, Auyan Tepui, or Devil's Mountain, originates the world's highest and most spectacular waterfall, Angel Falls. It is a cataract of almost unimaginable proportions. The water begins its journey as a collection of streams on the vast 700 square kilometer summit of the Tepui. It then plunges from the cliff edge in a single, uninterrupted drop of 807 meters, continuing its cascade for a total height of 979 meters. That is more than 15 times the height of Niagara Falls. The drop is so immense that long before the water reaches the bottom, it is atomized by the wind and transformed into a vast cloud of mist. The setting is as dramatic as the falls themselves. Auyan Tepui is a fortress of stone, its summit often shrouded in thick clouds, its sheer walls streaked with black lichen. The waterfall appears as if from nowhere, a silver thread spilling from the heavens. Reaching the base of the falls is a formidable expedition, requiring a multi-day journey by riverboat, through dense, pristine rainforest, followed by a challenging hike through the jungle to a viewpoint at the base of the cascade. The remoteness is part of its mystique. These tepuis are ecological islands in the sky. Their isolated summits have been separated from the surrounding lowlands for millions of years, allowing for the evolution of a unique collection of plants and animals, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. The falls and the rivers they feed are the lifeblood of this incredible ecosystem, sustaining a rich biodiversity in the Canaima National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that protects this entire region. To witness Angel Falls in person is to be confronted with the sheer, unadulterated power and scale of the natural world. The roar of the water, even from a distance, is immense. the sight of the endless plume of water descending from the clouds, generating its own weather system of mist and rainbows at its base, is a spectacle of sublime beauty. It is a waterfall born from a lost world, a timeless monument to the enduring power of water to shape the land and inspire the human soul. For our final wonder, we journey to the North Atlantic, to a land forged by the opposing forces of fire and ice, Iceland. Here we find Europe's most voluminous ice cap, a colossal river of ice that covers more than 8% of the entire country. This is Vatnajökull, a glacier of such immense size that it boggles the mind. It covers an area of nearly 8,000 square kilometers and has an average thickness of 400 meters, concealing entire mountains, valleys, and even several active volcanoes within its icy embrace. Vatnajökull is not a static block of ice. It is a dynamic and powerful force of nature. It is constantly moving, flowing under its own immense weight. Dozens of outlet glaciers like massive frozen tongues spill from the main ice cap, grinding their way down valleys towards the sea. These glaciers are the primary sculptors of the Icelandic landscape, carving deep fjords, sharpening mountain peaks, and depositing vast plains of rock and sediment. The glacier is a living, breathing entity, shaping the very bones of the island. The interaction between the glacier and the volcanic heat beneath it creates phenomena of stunning and dangerous beauty. When a subglacial volcano erupts, it can melt vast quantities of ice with catastrophic speed, resulting in a Jökullaub, or glacial outburst flood. These are some of the most powerful floods on Earth, capable of washing away bridges and roads. This constant battle between fire and ice is the defining characteristic of Iceland, a land of dramatic and often violent contrasts. One of the most magical manifestations of Vatnajökull's power can be seen in its ice caves. In the winter, meltwater rivers flowing beneath the glaciers freeze, creating ethereal temporary caves of brilliant blue ice. To enter one of these caves is to be enveloped in an otherworldly sapphire light. The ice, compressed over centuries, absorbs all colors of the spectrum except blue, which it transmits. The effect is breathtaking, a fleeting glimpse into the heart of the glacier itself. But this giant is vulnerable. Vatnajökull, like glaciers all over the world, is retreating at an alarming rate due to climate change. Its melting is a visible and dramatic indicator of our warming planet. The glacier is not only a natural wonder but also a crucial scientific benchmark, its changes providing stark evidence of humanity's impact on the global climate. Vatnajökull is a magnificent, powerful, and fragile giant, a breathtaking spectacle of nature's artistry, and a solemn reminder of our responsibility to protect it. We have journeyed across the globe, from the serene valleys of the east to the fiery cauldrons of the Earth's crust, from subterranean kingdoms to monasteries in the sky. We have witnessed but a fraction of the boundless beauty and staggering power our planet holds. These wonders are not distant fantasies, they are real, tangible places that await your discovery. I encourage you to seek them out, not just in photographs or on a screen, but with your own eyes. Let their scale humble you, let their beauty fill your heart with awe, and let their stories ignite your spirit. These places are a gift. They are the masterpieces of our world's natural and human history, treasures of immeasurable value. They connect us to the deep, geological time of our planet and to the enduring spirit of human creativity and faith. They are sources of inspiration, of peace, and of profound wonder. In their presence, we are reminded of something larger than ourselves, a connection to the intricate and magnificent tapestry of life and the forces that have shaped it over millions of years. But this gift comes with a great and solemn responsibility. Many of these wonders, from the great glaciers to the delicate ecosystems, are fragile and under threat. Their beauty is a legacy that we have inherited, and it is our duty to be its careful stewards. As we cherish these places, we must also strive to protect them, to ensure that their magic and majesty will endure to inspire awe in all the generations that are yet to come. The future of our planet's greatest wonders rests now in our hands.